welcome to Homorazzi. Our editing team is going to be really happy today because Adam is not here to drop all those F-bombs, and we have Matt here with us today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me back after 2 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah. When was the last time you were here? Oh, were you here when we were doing auditions for the fourth?
It was like
member?
the second episode.
Yeah, so it's been a while. We're in a different studio now, a different set.
Yeah, we know what
pretty.
we're doing.
And apparently you guys are friends now. I didn't realize you guys weren't friends then.
Yay!
And you know what? I was telling you when we were driving here, I'll do my update. I'm in such a mood today, and I'm so happy that Adam is not here because I don't want to argue with anyone. And Matt and I usually have pretty similar opinions.
That's good.
Yeah.
For me, nothing much going on, but I looked at my calendar for next month, and I have weddings coming up already, so that I'm not looking forward to.
Were you the one that had like 19 weddings last year? Was that you?
I had like 3 or 4, but they were later in the summer, and now it's May, and I already have 2 weddings that are coming up. So.
Are you a bridesmaid?
No. I'm just a friend at these weddings, so nothing important.
Oh, that's good.
And you?
Less stress.
Yes, what's going on with you?
Well, I mean, we work together, so we're just waiting to get back to work. Next month.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about all of the food you guys ate the other day?
Oh my God, so good.
So we have every Monday we have a drag race potluck at my house, and we had such a
I'm like drooling.
smorgasbord. I feel like it was amazing. We had like pierogies and cheddar-filled sausage and
Poutine,
potato
salad,
potatoes. I keep
7-layer
forgetting.
dip, 6-layer dip,
6-layer dip, casserole, and like everything.
Like
donuts, ice cream sandwiches, ice cream cake.
What is it? Healthy things not allowed?
Well, we try to. Some people bring like a salad,
And they're never invited again.
but then I always end up throwing it out. No one eats it.
We need to set a rule for desserts though, because there's way too many last time.
And a cheesecake. It was just
And a
not okay.
cheesecake.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, let's get on to today's topics. We're going to start off with Coachella and some of the things that have been going on there. One of the big things has been the Madonna and Drake. So let's take a look at a clip.
Madonna.
I mean,
So awkward.
So weird. Like, I just feel like she's got to leave this party, man. Do you know what I mean? She's so. I know everyone's gonna like jump down my back because it's like ageist. You're saying she's old and blah blah blah, but like, why is she acting like she's 15?
Yeah, I get it. I think I have no problem with her still doing music and releasing the type of music that she's doing, but I think she does do these things that are like, why? Like, I feel like she loses some of her power, you know what I mean?
I agree, and well, I mean, she loses it, and then she sucks the soul out of these people every once in a while. Like she did it with Britney and Christina, and now she's doing it with Drake. But also, like, I kind of look at this and okay, I'm gonna compare them again. But like her and Gaga. So remember when Gaga was just doing those things that we like really didn't care for her to do, like the costumes and this, and like you don't need to do that.
I loved the costumes and the meat dress.
No, the meat, but it was like later, it just became too much, and then you just lose that she's actually talented. Do you know what I mean? And I kind
But is she talented, really? She's
Gaga?
not- oh no, Madonna.
We're talking Gaga. Now we'll go to
you've
Madonna.
transitioned.
Yeah, sorry. But even you're right. Madonna is.
She's not even really that good of a
talented.
singer.
No, she's not a good singer. I think she's good as an artist and as a pop star, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I generally don't even really like this album, so I don't.
She hasn't
I can't
done
really
anything
speak
good for me since Confessions
Since
on a Dance Floor.
Confessions. Confessions
That's
was
what
the
I was
last
hoping
good
this
thing.
new album would be,
Absolutely.
and it's completely the opposite. Couldn't be further from it.
Yeah, I also don't really think that this whole kiss was unexpected. I mean, it was obviously they knew she was going to be on stage. He's singing a song about Madonna where he sings that he can get with a girl as big as Madonna. So I mean,
she comes on stage.
It all feels pretty staged to me.
She just looks so like. She looks like.
A Dementor.
Like. That's
From Harry
exactly what
Potter.
she looks like.
She was giving him the Dementor's kiss, and he is going to Azkaban tomorrow.
What else happened? Oh, and the Justin Bieber thing. Okay, so the Justin Bieber thing, this one I really like. So he wanted to go backstage with like his whole posse, and he had all the credentials, but they were over capacity. So they didn't let him backstage, and then he started to cause such a drama that one of the security guards took him in a headlock and dragged him out of like Coachella. Like he got kicked out of the festival.
Did you see that article that was posted? It was like
the guy needs
who
surgery.
removed Justin Bieber from Coachella needs surgery on his hand from hundreds of people shaking
his head. Yeah. And this just goes back to last episode. Remember how you were saying like, oh, I think he's doing the right things to get in his good books. And then the week after all of that,
I agree.
He's like hanging out at Coachella with like Chris Brown, like
I agree.
All wiped away.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I think that's not a smart choice. I will say though, I think I didn't see video footage of this, but I will say that
it's out there.
Oh, is there? I was gonna say I think he's a target for this for sure. Like I think if it wasn't over capacity, I think the bouncer would have maybe considered not letting him in, because people don't like him. And
I don't know. I don't think. I mean,
and if you're gonna arrive in a posse like that and you're Justin Bieber, and I think it is annoying, and you might not want to let him in. But
who's this bouncer? He's amazing. He needs to get a medal.
All right, well that's all we have for gossip. When we come back, we're gonna move on to music. Welcome back. We're moving on to music now, and first up, we're going to check out Madonna's new music video for Ghost Town. Take a look.
I know we're alright, 'cause we'll never be alone in this mad world.
Yeah, totally. Like I said, I don't really love the album, so I couldn't really get into the song in this video, and I don't know, I think it's nicely done. I don't know why she has Terrence Howard in there, and if she's trying to do like the Sia dance thing, and I don't know.
I feel like what we're getting from her is, like, I'm not a fan of Madonna. I respect her for what she did, I like her old stuff, but I'm not a fan of hers. And I don't think that people who aren't fans are going to like anything that she does anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only people buying this are people that are like diehard Madonna fans. She could like take a crap on the stage or suck out Drake's soul again and they're gonna like gag for it. But I don't think she's doing anything cool anymore.
Yeah.
I think she is a woman of a certain age who is trying to act 21, and it looks stupid.
Yeah, I don't think it's ageist to say that she's too old to be doing what she's doing.
Correct.
She can definitely still do music, but it should probably be at least a little bit closer to her age group, because she seems like
desperate.
A cool mom.
Cool mom, that's it.
Totally.
Because I don't think that Kylie Minogue, when she gets to Madonna's age, is going to be doing the same thing.
But are they like very similar
No, they're actually,
in age?
I thought they were, and I actually looked it up before I came here because I thought about it. I'm like, she's described as the
Madonna of the rest of the world.
But she's actually 10 years younger. She's 46 and Madonna's 56.
But I mean, the thing with Kylie is, she's sexy for 46. She's not trying to be sexy for 21. Do you know what I mean? Like,
she owns her age a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a lot more classy and it's less dirty and just,
it's less
I don't know.
cheap.
Like,
Kylie doesn't
there's no like random shocking kisses. That
it's
unnecessary.
a lot less
They don't
cheap.
add anything to anything.
She doesn't have that shock value that Madonna's always trying to achieve.
Yeah.
All right, well, the last song we're going to talk about today is very different. This one is called Milk, Milk, Lemonade, and it's from Amy Schumer.
Milk, milk, lemonade. Milk, milk, lemonade. Milk, milk, lemonade. Round the corner, fudge is made. Milk, milk, lemonade. Milk, milk, lemonade. Milk, milk, lemonade. Round the corner, fudge is made.
So let's talk about this song and this video.
I mean, it's funny, but it also makes a really good point that people who obsess about asses, that is where your poop
Which is
comes
what,
from.
all of the videos that we've been talking about the last couple of years have been all about booties.
Yeah.
And so,
Twerking, all of that. And
all the Nicki Minaj.
let's be real.
And she commits to it. She's absolutely, she nailed it. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, it took me a few tries to get through this whole thing because I just kind of, I feel like I've seen all of these jokes before, but coming from her, I mean, I guess it's new-ish, sort of.
She's newish, but I feel the
jokes are not new.
The song is like a parody of current music videos.
Yeah.
I like the inclusion of the guests on it. I can't remember their names.
Emma Rose and
Emma Rose, that's
Method
right.
Man.
Yeah,
Was it Method Man?
Yeah.
Look at me knowing my rappers.
All right, well, that's all we have for music. We're going to move on to movies now. And the first one we're going to check out is called Child 44.
I thought you might want to know. There's been another one.
I need your help.
Why are these children so important?
This animal, he will not stop killing.
How are you gonna bring him to justice? Just the two of you?
Somebody has to.
So this one looks really good. Tom Hardy's in it.
Tom Hardy looks really good. I don't know about the movie.
This is mine and Adam's kind of movie, like a thriller.
Yeah, you're like overpowered on this one. You're getting full teen romance today. Okay, so what's this movie about? So it's about
It takes place in 1950s Soviet Russia, and there's a serial killer that's targeting young boys, and they're trying to find out who this killer is.
Is it only boys?
Yeah, young.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and then I
thought it was
the
children.
child 44 is the one that
is close
to
to Tom Hardy.
That's a lot for one serial killer to
Yeah.
44 people.
I like Tom Hardy. I like
Not that it's good, but
I like Sirius Black. He's in this movie. Gary Oldman. But yes, I mean, I'm not gonna see this. Are you gonna see this?
no.
No.
I
You're gonna see
might
this.
download it and watch Tom Hardy for a little joy in my
Yeah.
life, but I'm not gonna pay to go see this movie.
Well, I will watch it with Adam.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next movie. This one's called Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Take a look.
Home court advantage.
Please tell me Blart is taken care of.
Yeah, if you mean taking out your crew one by one. Ooh, that got real.
So this is Adam sabotaging us. He sent us these movies. So
I can't believe this movie got a sequel.
well, did either of you see the first one?
It did get a sequel. What's the one that
This
is
Mall
the
Cop
sequel.
2. This is the sequel.
No, but what's his name? The guy from Vancouver who does all the stuff with James Franco. He did a movie.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, he did a mall cop movie. Serve and Protect was almost the exact same movie. So it was technically.
Okay, but I didn't realize that this first movie did well because they're looking at the box office for this and it's supposed to be pretty good.
The first one did like exceptionally well.
Wow.
I would never go see this movie because it looks so stupid. I
think I would watch
feel
it-
like I would be dumber after having
I think
seen
I would
it.
watch it on the plane if there was nothing else to watch.
I would not even do that. I would go and stick my head in the toilet and hit flush.
I feel
from a
like they're
plane.
just this is like throwing what's Kevin James a bone because he hasn't done anything good since
Mall Cop 1.
King of Queens, the
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah. But it's making money. Like he's making money with these movies. I don't understand it. I don't get
That
it.
doesn't necessarily make them good.
No, that's
Okay,
true.
well, the next movie that we're going to talk about actually has Kevin James in it as well, and this one's called Little Boy.
What if I can bring Dad back?
How? How are you gonna bring Dad back?
I can move a mountain.
You wanna move a mountain? There's one. Go ahead, move it.
Was that an earthquake?
It's a miracle.
Oh yeah.
This one looks really cute. I'm sorry, it does.
It looks cute. It's a little too
Cheesy.
religion for me.
Religion.
Did
It's
you not-
magic.
No, it's like he's talking about God and all this stuff.
No, it's just like if you believe, that's all.
No, watch
It's
it
faith.
again. It's a little too like. When
This
Jesus
kid
said
is
yes
so
to me.
cute. It reminds me of like, with Fifth Sense and movies like that, where there's this standout kid
Haley
that's
Joel
like
Osment was
just
not cute.
No.
Well, like or that kid on with that movie with Tom Cruise, where it's like "Show Me the Money" or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
he was an adorable kid. This kid is like
He's
that too.
even hotter now.
Way hot now.
Whoa.
I really hope we find a picture to throw on that.
Yeah, put it up.
Hot now. This reminds me also of. Did you guys ever see that movie Simon Birch?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that.
No.
You haven't seen it?
Oh, yes.
Jim
He
Carrey and
backpacks
Simon-
on someone.
No.
He carries them on his shoulders.
No, that's a different movie.
No, that is it.
No, Simon Birch is a movie about the little person who is very religious and thinks that God has a plan for him, but then.
And doesn't he get carried around on
no,
I'm gonna.
that's
I
a
need to look
different
this
movie.
up.
You're thinking of A Mighty Heart or something.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Anyway, back to this movie. Will you see it?
No.
Me neither.
I mean, again, I would probably watch this if I was bored.
Yeah.
Just because it looks kind of cute, but I'm not like itching to see it.
Okay.
All right, well, that's all we have for movies. When we come back, we're going to move on to TV.
The lone man thinks he can make a difference.
Do you believe in the devil, Father?
I believe he walks among us.
Welcome back. We're moving on to TV now, and that was just a clip from a new show on Netflix called Daredevil, which is right up your alley.
Oh yeah, this is the movie. Okay, so it was interesting with this one. When they announced that Daredevil was coming out, I was like, not really a fan. And then I found out that it was going to be on Netflix, and I was like, really a big fan of Netflix. So you know, I was waiting for this to come out. They released the actor Charlie Cox, who was in Stardust. Did anybody see that movie? Because it was amazing. No?
I did, yes.
Yes. And then they released his costume, and that was kind of it. And so you didn't really know what you were getting into. I'm a very big fan of all things Marvel and all things DC. I love most of their movies. I love most of their TV shows. And I am going on record and saying that this is the best thing to come out of either studio ever. Like, this show is brilliant. It's so good. And like, because it's on Netflix, they have so much, like, they can do whatever they want to do on Netflix. Like, it's pretty much an R-rated show, right? And this is the kind of stuff that you're not going to get in the movies because they want the kids to come to the movies, right? So it's the story of, I guess you would call it like Daredevil's year one, okay? So he, you know, you don't really get his backstory right away, which is kind of nice because you just go into the action. The fight scenes are so good. Like,
no.
So good.
I completely disagree.
What?
I like the show, but the fight scenes seem so, like, choreographed.
No! The fight
Yes.
scenes are way more realistic than anything out right now. Like, he is getting the crap beaten out of him, which is so refreshing because it's like, if you're watching a Batman, like, Batman will beat up 50 people and not get a scratch. But this guy is, like, breaking bones, and he needs his night nurse.
They just look
Rosario
so
Dawson.
rehearsed.
No, they look amazing.
Well, I think
disagree.
it's like calculated based on, you know, how he senses it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's so good.
It just looks a little Neo, the Matrix to me, with his, like, just knowing where everything is and anticipating people's attacks.
Well, but
and
that's his power,
I
right?
get
Like,
it,
that's his
but it just
shtick.
looks so fake. I do like the show, though. I like that it's really dark.
Yeah.
I like that I can watch all the episodes at once
Yeah.
with a pizza beside me.
yeah, I normally don't like any of the superhero shows. I'll watch it because we have to.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't expecting to like this one. I didn't really know much about the character Daredevil at all, but I watched it, and then the way the first episode ends, I was like, okay, this looks actually really good.
It's
and it's
so
very
good.
dark, and then the next episode, Rosario Dawson's in it, and I'm like, this is very...
Who is the standout of
she's
this
awesome.
show? Rosario Dawson is okay. What?
What is it with the Foggy?
But you need, like, his friend, the lawyer friend. You need, like, a comic guy in there.
Why does his name have to be Foggy?
Well, that's just his name.
That's not even
that's
like
what
a real
Stanley
name.
decided a million years ago. That's just the name.
not buying any of it.
Well,
And you being a like Marvel buff,
Yeah.
does it stay true to the story?
yeah,
or
I mean, I'm more of a DC guy, but yeah, I mean, Daredevil's story is kind of like his dad was the Daredevil, and he was a boxer, and then he went blind from chemicals, and then whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a great. It's the best thing to come out of either studio, I think, personally. I think it's so good. The acting is so good. He is so hot.
Oh,
he is so hot that I can't even look at him.
So what is it specifically that makes it better?
Everything I feel like is really held back from what it could be.
Because
And
it has to be.
Because it has to be. But I feel like this just like goes there. It takes you there and you are like in this world. It's so good. And Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin and his awkward dates, I'm like, I love them.
I have a question
love
about that.
Yeah.
The Kingpin, he's from the same universe as Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so...
it's the same guy. It's the
Okay.
same villain, but he's also Daredevil's villain.
Let's move on to the next show. This one's a new one on the CW, and it's called The Messengers.
I don't think he has a pulse.
Are you okay?
So this one looks really good. What do you
Agreed.
guys think? Yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
This looks like every book that I read as a teenager come to life on my screen. Like 5 or 6 strangers are like involved in this world event, and then they're all connected. It's like I'm so into it, and they get powers and.
Got a little bit of
I
Heroes
was thinking that
season
too.
1
Yeah.
to it, with a little bit of Under the Dome, sort of alien,
Yeah.
something from out there,
Yeah.
higher power or something. I think it looks really good. There's like
Yeah.
quite a few attractive people in it, which
Well,
is
and that's
always
another
beneficial.
thing. Like I really love CW shows, as we know. But the thing I appreciate about them the most is they're always full of really attractive people.
Oh, that's their
So
thing.
if the show is like a 6 with their cast, it like gets bumped up to a solid 8.
8.5.
Oh, you went 8.5.
Yeah, generous.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, no, so I'm definitely watching this. I really hope it's good. I really hope it's good. Say it 3 times and it'll happen, right?
Like Beetlejuice?
Like Beetlejuice.
Well, we'll give it a few episodes and maybe we'll talk about it again.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed that Adam said it was out yet, but it's not.
He's a liar.
I blocked off like 2 hours of my night last night to watch it. Couldn't find it
Nothing.
anywhere.
No.
We'll talk to Adam about it when he gets
Yeah.
back. All right, well, let's move on to a show that's back, and that is Game of Thrones Season 5. Take a look.
I am a queen, not a butcher.
All rulers are either butchers or meat.
What do you guys think?
Okay, I really didn't like last season. I thought it was a waste of my time, and I'm going into this season very
fresh.
No,
hesitant.
Hesitant.
Oh.
I watched the first episode, and while I felt it was a good first episode, I don't know if I'm in. Go.
I have watched all 4 because they leaked online and I'm really bad. I didn't really think too far in the future, and now I've realized that I've watched 4 and have to wait a month for the new one. So I'm just gonna watch all 4 again.
Every week you're gonna watch all 4.
I won't talk about what's not technically out, but this season is going to be so much better than the next one. I can already tell. The first episode started with a flashback of Cersei's. And it sort of sets the tone for what I think the season is going to be about, which is the 4 girls, Cersei, Arya, Sansa, and Dany.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I love my strong female characters. Yeah. And this season allegedly deviates from the books and surpasses what's been printed. So show viewers and book readers are kind of in the same boat now.
Okay.
There's no lording over someone being like, oh, I already know what happens, because you don't anymore, which is kind of cool. And they're doing things that they did not do in the book. People have died that did not die in the books, which is probably going to upset some people, but I've had this conversation with a friend of ours multiple times. A TV show is a TV show, a movie is a movie, and a book is a book, and you can't expect the same things to be in all 3 of them. You have different markets and different formats, and some things just don't work. You have 10 hours in a season to get the message.
Who's your favorite out of your 4 girls, who's your favorite?
Oh, Arya.
Really?
Yeah, her story's so good. I don't want to tell you what happens if you haven't read.
I love Sansa. I don't know why, I've always loved her.
She's everything this season,
I feel like she plays the game better than anyone.
She is really coming into her own this season, and she's grown up. You can tell she looks like a woman now.
Yeah.
She's super tall, and she's pretty badass.
Okay. I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
You don't have a choice. You've invested 4 years already.
But that doesn't matter, because remember we were talking about The Good Wife, and I'm over it.
I wasn't watching this when you guys first started talking about this, and I jumped on the bandwagon. So
no, I can drop a show if it's boring. That's easy. I dropped this one a long time ago.
All right, well, that's all we have for TV. We're going to move on to gay news now, and...
we have more TV for gay news.
Oh, yes. I was going to say that, but we do. We have a couple new shows that are new on Out TV, Cucumber and Banana, and let's take a look at the clips.
Whoa! Whoa!
This is Dean.
Can I borrow some leave? I miss being dirty.
Doesn't suit you.
You're a bit young for me.
I say, we're not even in a gay bar.
The whole world is a gay bar now.
That's fine, I like that one, I'll buy it.
So when we got these, I thought Cucumber and Banana was one show.
Yeah.
Like when they were we have these new shows. It's Cucumber and Banana. I was like, oh, it's one show, but it's Cucumber, and then another show called Banana.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, these are 2 different shows. That's weird that they have similar names like that, but they're actually companion shows, so they have crossover stories, and
they share the same universe.
Yeah, but one is more focused on the older generation and things going on in their life, and then Banana is more for younger LGBT youth, and just more of a crossover. So there's lesbians and gays, and then there's the transgender character on this show. So. Yeah, it looks really good. I've seen the first 2 episodes of both, and it's hilarious. It's dramatic. It's a very character-driven show, so you really get into their lives and.
Yeah, I completely missed the boat on the episodes.
Well, for Cucumber, it centers around one character named Henry, who is an insurance salesman, and just the stuff that some dramatic things happen in the first episode, and sort of you see his life unfolding, and he's been in a relationship for 9 years, and that's a big thing that happens with that because they're kind of in 2 different places, and so then it crosses over a little bit into the other show because he sort of spends time with some of the younger characters because he works with them, and so Banana is different in the sense that each episode centers on a different character. So the other one is focused on Henry mostly, and the other one, like, you get to know someone each episode. So they're different, but they go together. So it's actually kind of a brilliant marketing tool in a way. Like, you kind of have to watch both, and you kind of want to anyway, because
I mean, I live for when shows have crossovers.
Buffy and Angel,
Grey's in Private Practice. What else did that?
Those
No,
really
those just those two.
Yeah, no,
great.
I think it's a good idea. I'm definitely into it. So.
And there's another show, actually. So there's Cucumber Banana, and then there's this other one, Tofu, but I think it's only in the UK. Tofu is like, so the whole thing is, the three names are like the different levels of sexual arousal. So Tofu being the softest, then Banana is like a little bit harder, then Cucumber is the hardest. And then Tofu is more like documentary style, I guess. So it's not going to be on OTV, I don't think, as of now.
Is this this is a real thing?
Yeah, the guy actually who created the show is the guy who did Queer as Folk.
Okay.
So yeah,
and
it's
now
really
he's
good.
doing all of your basic food groups.
So if you haven't seen it, it's racy, it's sexy, it's funny, so it's worth checking out.
All right, sweet.
And that's all we have for today's show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Arrivederci! I did my homework today.
So he does by the different languages.
I know, and he forgot last time.
Yeah. And the time before. So I reminded him. I got a text today. Don't forget goodbye in another language. And I went through a whole bunch, and I was like, I was going through Google, and I was like, which one? I want to do like Swahili or